Good day, everybody. This is the Nostalgia Blend. I'm your host, Wandering Saunders. Most of my friends call me Dave. I have here with me a friend of mine who's also in charge of the Comic Cons that we have here in the upper Northwest. I'm going to go ahead and have him introduce himself and let you guys know which Comic Cons that are going to be coming up and their
Mhm.
days. And then we'll get started. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, it's the show of the two Daves, I think, today.
Oh, wow. Where
Well,
is it gonna so where are they gonna be located?
no. Your name is Dave and my name is Dave. So it's
I know,
the
right?
show of the two Daves today. Yeah. So how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How about you, sir?
Good. No need to call me sir. You know me, I'm very informal.
Yes, I do,
So,
Dave. I
um,
just for the guests and stuff because
yeah,
sometimes because they always gotta go ahead and probably try to nitpick something, but
right.
no
But
problem. So, Dave, yes.
as you know, big shows coming up. Metal Art Comic Con, uh, July 27th and the 28th. And that's going to be at the new Rogue X in Medford. It's a brand new facility. It's over 70,000 square feet with loads of rooms and fun things that we're going to be doing. It's going to be happening. And it's really nice building with new technology and everything. And being the only Comic Con in Southern Oregon, it's going to be great to be able to bring a huge improvement to Gem State or to Metal Art Comic Con. That's been there for wow since 2018.
Actually, I think it was 2017.
Oh,
I think no,
okay.
no, actually you're right, 2018.
Yeah.
Because I started going and I
And
started
then
volunteering a couple of years
you
ago.
know, Anna Medford in September 21st and 22nd of this year. Anna Medford is going to be in the same building. And it's really the only building in Southern Oregon, but that could fit uh, a convention or pop culture convention of these sizes. It's either that or at the building it was last year, which is what the fairground area,
Yep,
which is a very
Fairground.
nice area, and we
Hmm.
like working with them and everything, and they're great people. But when Rogue X gave us you know, said, "Come on over," I mean, how could you resist,
Why
right?
not? It started right in Medford, Oregon and
Right,
stuff.
right. So it's good. And then, we're adding a new show this year, which I don't know if you know about yet, happening May 11th, which is Beaver State Comic Con in Bend, Oregon.
Oh,
And
nice.
so for those who go to Meadowlark and Anna Medford, you might want to like Beaver State and check out the guest list this year. We've already announced majority of the guests this year, and it's
Oh,
looking really good.
that's so awesome. I
Yeah.
and you know me, Dave. I'm first in line,
Yes.
and I was basically I decided, you know what, I'm gonna help out this time because I enjoy being able to see the guests smile as they see their favorite actors and stuff. It was such an awesome thing last year I got to do.
Yeah.
Especially after
Yeah.
just having heart surgery, which you know too. It was an
Right.
awesome thing because I enjoy. And you know what's funny though, Dave? I recently just found my first batch I got from you guys. I'm
The
like, I
first
thought I
what?
misplaced it. So I'm
Hmm.
like, sweet. So I understand we've got some cons in. Got a con going to be happening in California and Vegas, right?
Right. Silver Age Comic Con in not Las Vegas, in Reno, Nevada.
Okay.
And that is, I believe, in July.
I will have to look. I'm right
Yeah.
now.
Uh,
My notes are
yeah.
slightly scattered.
So many shows and so little time.
I know,
And
right?
then in June we have Powerhouse Comic Con, which is the San Francisco Bay Area.
Nice,
But Meadowlark and Anna Medford, Beaver State Comic Con, our headquarters is right there in Christmas Valley, Oregon. So,
nice.
we're local and it's their local ranch shows. So
That's so cool.
yeah.
Alright, so, okay, first question. What got you into doing these type of cons?
Well, it's a bit of a long story. I was a writer for TSR long time ago, right out of college. Did some books, worked with some writers like Rose Estes, um, and I've been writing novels and movie scripts for a long time. Um, and my agent and I, who at the time, Marina Lukyantseva, we were, doing bookstores like Barnes and Nobles.
Okay.
And when we heard Borders bookstore was closing down, we said, well, all that's left is Barnes and Noble. So what other places can we do book signings? So she came up with the idea of being a special guest at these Comic Cons. Well, we were doing Comic Cons for quite a while. And one day she just said, I think I can do one of these shows. And I said, no, I don't think so. She goes, yeah, I think I can. And I said to her, well, if you can get the business side of it, I can get the celebrities because I have some celebrity friends.
Oh yes.
And yeah, and we kind of put it together. The very first show was in 2015, and it was a huge success, and it's just exploded since then.
All
So,
right.
yeah,
That okay. So, well, just something because you know the name Nostalgia Blend. I've got to bring up something from the past. So we were kids. What was something that got you wanting to do this stuff when you were a kid? What was one of the biggest things that got you that you enjoyed as in your youth that you would love to see that's happening now, but because of everything going on, that you wanted to show the people, hey, you know what? Just because what's going on now doesn't mean we can't relive what we did as our youth. What is
yeah.
something that
Well,
got you?
in regards to shows or just personal life?
Everything, everything.
Oh, well, in regards to my personal life, I graduated high school, 1988. And I haven't left it. So everything I do today is still pretty much what I've been doing ever since I left high school. All the video games, I still play my original Nintendo system.
Oh, nice.
I still watch old school movies. I just watched a Bing Crosby movie a couple days
Mhm.
ago. So I'm kind of stuck in the 80s. All my music is in the 80s. Everything's in the 80s. So I really never left it. I've been living a retro life my entire life.
There you go. Oh,
So,
yes.
um, and that's in regards to the shows. It's almost the same thing. Is we wanted to start like Meadowlark and Anna Medford because there was nothing in the Medford area at all, and at least anything of quality. So we wanted to bring something to the people that was a convention that was a retro feel. Like I used to go to conventions in the 80s. That's where I met Patrick Troughton, the second Doctor, and I've met a lot of great actors who are now no longer with us when I was
Mm-hmm.
just a kid. So we decided we wanted to bring that to today. So, we go and we look at these bigger corporate shows, and it's $50, $75 to get into an event. And we said, well, we want events to be the way it was in the 80s where everyone could afford to get in.
Oh, yeah.
So, you can get in for like on Sundays for like $10 and Saturdays for like 20. And four people can get in with a family pack for like $35. And, it's very inexpensive to enjoy a great, amazing event that would cost you $50 to get in somewhere else.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And so I know this is hard, but I know we lost an actor who we had about the last of the Sand People,
Right, right.
Alan.
Alan Fernandez, right.
He was such a kind man. I was so lucky to be able to sit next to him to be able to take those pictures with him.
Yeah, you were real fortunate to actually be there with him the whole time, helping him out with the show and everything. And
Yes.
you were like one of the last people, actually, because that was one of his last events. So,
Wow. I feel
uh,
honored.
yeah, so to for you to work with the last Tusken Raider in Star Wars that's alive, yeah, it's historical. It's amazing.
Yes.
Star Wars
Yes.
history. You're part of Star Wars history.
Yes, I am. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and you know that.
Yeah,
uh,
and so am I. So,
so what was like out of all the cons, which of them are your favorite? And out of some of the actors, who are in your top 10 favorites?
well, out of all the cons, well, in my world, the only conventions that exist are ours.
Oh,
No others exist. And in fact, all you need is our shows. You don't need to go to any others.
there we
So,
go. There we go.
um, my favorite actors, I really can't say because I really love them all. But I guess because it's a nostalgia blend, I would say for nostalgia's sake, it would be my number one, Red Brown, who played the original Captain America from the movies in 1970s. And second would be Felix Silla, who was Tweaky in
Yes.
um, in Buck Rogers in the 25th century, and he had died recently too, and he was also in Meadowlark as well.
Really? I know
Yeah,
Felix passed. So the actor who played Buck also passed?
no, no, no.
Okay,
The actor Gil
Tweaky.
Gerard is still alive,
Okay. Yeah,
but
Felix. Yeah, I remember because I
Felix
met
Silla passed
Felix.
away a
Yeah.
couple of years ago, and he was very special to us.
He was a sweet man.
He was a good friend, and when he passed away, we went to his funeral, and we flew all the way to Vegas, where it was Las Vegas. We flew all the way back right after. That's how important he was to us. So
That's an
uh,
awesome thing.
I don't do that for many people, you
Oh,
know.
that's understandable. That is especially because I was so lucky to actually got to meet Felix. He actually gave me a hug.
Oh, nice.
Actually gave me a hug, and I thought that was awesome.
Well, and that's the reason why we have these celebrities come to, Medford and the Southern Oregon area. And, we've brought more celebrities to the area than anyone in the history of Oregon.
Mhm.
And, we tell people, if you really want to see an actor, you have to see them because, we never bring them back. They
Mhm.
only show up one time, but you have to see them because you don't know when they're going to be gone, you know?
Oh,
It'd be your one and only chance to see him, so you might as well come to Meadowlark and see him because they will never come back, and you don't know how long they'll be around.
so true, so true.
Yeah.
So let's see here. I'm trying to remember. I know when I was there, we had so many different people. Uh, I know the actress who played in Deep Space Nine, very kind.
Hmm.
She,
Hmm.
just so you know, she and I actually talked, and I told her if I intruded on anything, I am so sorry. She said, "No, that's okay. You're just trying to be helpful. I appreciate it."
Chase Masterson.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. Everybody was very kind, and I thought it was awesome because not only was I actually for once not fanboying like the first time I did
Right.
and stuff, but I actually listened to them. And the actor who played as the clown, he was very awesome. Uh,
Bozo.
Bozo, yes.
Joey Diarra played, and he was Bozo the Clown in the
Uh-huh.
original. Right.
He was very awesome.
Hmm.
Kinda reminded me of my grandfather a little.
Mm.
So I thought that was awesome.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah.
if you could bring an actor, who would it be? If you can bring an actor that you can't always bring because how difficult it would be. Who would it be?
Well, for Gem State Comic Con this year, the convention is April 6th and 7th. We're bringing Sean Astin from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, I am so
And
jealous.
yeah, and well, it's only a few hours away. No, just
Oh,
an
I know.
hour and a half away by airplane. And then, for the first time ever, is Colin Baker, the Sixth Doctor, will be there as well. So
Yeah, I saw
those are two
that.
dream actors, that I've always wanted to bring. Um, just because Sean Astin and I were from the same generation, we're pretty much the same age and everything,
Yeah.
and so we have a lot in common. And with Colin Baker, I grew up with old Doctor Who. I've been watching Doctor Who since 1977. So for me to have an original classic Doctor is amazing to me. It's It's good. I mean, now if you talk about actors we've never had that I would like to bring, I mean, there are so many, but they're just too expensive.
Oh yeah, I
Like
I
I,
I,
you
I
know,
don't doubt it.
every year we always get people saying, "Hey, can you bring over Tom Cruise?" And I'm like, if I had 20 million, maybe,
Yeah,
but
but
you know.
other than that, nope. 'Cause-
Right. And when the actors you see that come to conventions, they're there because they want to be there. They want to be and
yes.
hang out with the fans, and that's why they're there. And when we bring actors to, like, for example, Oregon, we make sure that they're people who love the fans and who are going to be very nice to the fans.
Oh yes.
We don't want to
Oh
bring
yeah.
any actors who are not going to be nice. So,
I always tell people, if they're say if for example, the actor who played in Halloween Town, who played a villain in the last movie, and I'm like, just because they play a villain doesn't always mean that they're actually mean in real life. They
right,
they're actually the kindest, gentlest people, and there
right,
are some actors who play kind people who can be the opposite,
right.
and that's something. But those who actually play nice, there are also actors who play a nice role who actually are nice in real life.
Well, that's why they're actors. So,
Yes, and
but
I've told people that, for example, my second time going to Comic Con, my female friend and I went because you saw because we were first in line, and because she asked me questions and I explained to her on usually how sometimes works is that just because an actor may seem nice in movies doesn't always mean they're actually that in real life and
right.
stuff.
But everyone's different,
Yes.
and just a warning, we have real bad weather, so if my internet goes out, I apologize.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. But anyways, in regards to, actors, I take everything with a grain of salt. You ever meet an actor and you go to a convention and they may be rude to you, and I kind of don't worry about it, and I just kind of
Go with the flow.
go with the flow because you don't know how their morning was. For all we know, they could have had a phone call and they had a relative pass away or
Hmm.
whatever, and they're just trying to get through the show and then deal with their emotions
Oh,
after
yeah,
the show.
that's
So there's so much stuff that can happen. So sometimes if there's an actor or even someone when you go to the grocery store who may be rude to, there might be reasons why
yeah,
that we're not aware of,
yeah, and that's something that yeah. So what's any sneaks? I know you guys posted recently on Facebook one of the actors so far that's going to be there at the Metal Arc. Do you have any hints on any other
Oh,
actors?
well, who was the actor that posted for Meadowlark?
Shoot, I'm trying to remember. I had to look at my tablet.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember that
Oh, that's
one.
okay. That's okay. No, I would.
Um,
When we get done, I'll probably.
because Meadowlark hasn't officially announced any guests yet.
Okay. Okay. Oh, it could
But
have
I
been for the other one.
will give you or maybe we did. Oh, I think we just started doing Meadowlark
Yeah, yeah. You
announcement.
guys did. It was last
So,
Friday.
and I think Andy Merrill from the Brack Show was the first announcement, right?
I do believe. Yeah.
Yeah. And he is so awesome. He is so funny. He's a comedian as well. Yeah, you're gonna love him.
Nice.
Um, but I don't know was there anyone announced last week? I don't remember,
I
but
didn't see anybody yet. I'll have to
okay,
double check.
yeah, because I don't know, because that's a whole different department, so I don't see everything that's posted.
Okay.
Um, we will have coming all the way from London to Medford, Spencer Wilding, who played Darth Vader in Rogue One.
Ooh. Oh,
So he'll be
that's gonna
good.
be awesome.
So that's an exclusive for you that no one else has.
Oh,
So
thank you. I feel honored.
yeah, the
Yeah.
rest
So
are secret.
yes, that won't be. I know. I know. When I first met you, uh, I didn't know how I was gonna feel, but it was such an awesome time, and talking with you, I actually felt like I was seeing myself, someone else who also loves 80s stuff. Comic
Mhm,
Cons and stuff,
mhm,
video
mhm,
games and music. Because
mhm.
I was born, I was born early '80s, along with my
Okay.
sister. And one thing I always love is '80s stuff. Because I know I have the Goonies on 4K.
Mm.
I'm like, that's one thing I'm like, and I've got Beetlejuice on 4K. I have a bunch of '80s movies on 4K. I just recently got the new movie Wonka. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've never seen it. I don't go to a lot of new movies. I don't see a lot of new movies. Like I said, the last movie I watched was a Bing Crosby movie.
Uh-huh.
I'm I really like old Hollywood.
Oh yes.
There's nothing
King
better.
Kong,
Yeah, there's nothing better than
Godzilla.
yeah, sitting at home with popcorn and watching Cary Grant on the big screen, you know.
Mhm.
But I think well, I've seen movies like Dune. I plan on seeing the second Dune
So
movie.
am I, actually.
I saw Godzilla minus one, which
How
is
was it, by the way?
the best film of the year of 2023. It's
Yeah.
probably the best movie I've seen in the last 20 years.
Nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have like almost every Godzilla movie that they had came out with. Like I'm still waiting for the newer ones to pop up so I can like grab them
Yeah.
because
But for minus one, you had to see it on the big screen because on TV you just won't get that impact. But
oh,
it was jaw-dropping. It was an amazing film. Mm.
nice. Yeah, I know they have Monarch. And that one I heard I've seen the previews of the series and it's on Apple Plus TV. I think my mom and I have that. I had to double check because I'm gonna be wanting to watch that. So,
Yeah, I had watched that. I watched the whole entire series of that, and it was okay. It was okay. Uh, I mean, it was average to me. It wasn't anything spectacular, but I mean, it was entertaining when the monsters were on screen. But
yeah.
the storyline with the humans, I can pretty much have done without, which I can. That's pretty much any kaiju movie.
Uh-huh.
But with minus one, you really were enthralled with the human characters, which is very rare in a kaiju movie.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to think here because I know there's a new Godzilla King Kong movie coming out.
Yeah, coming out at the end of March, Godzilla X Kong, and I'll be watching that too. I say I don't watch a lot of movies, which I do, new movies, which I don't,
Oh,
but it
that's
just so happens that March is a good month for movies.
there you go. Yes, it is actually because I have planned my brother-in-law and I are gonna go see Ghostbusters 2.
Yeah.
We're
Mhm.
gonna go see that in March.
Or Ghostbusters 5, if you think about it.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm like, of
Yeah,
course they said that they're not retconning that the women's Ghostbusters isn't from the off branch of the original.
right.
Basically, the women Ghostbusters another gonna use a DC Marvel thing. It's another Earth basically. They're
Right.
trying to
Well, I think with those with that movie, they did the actors a great injustice because
yes,
the actors had made a really good movie and they thought it was a great film. And then by the time it went to the editing process, they basically imploded it and
yeah,
it
yeah,
wasn't it wasn't supposed to be what they filmed. And a lot of the actors will tell you that that was the case, and they felt like they were sold the bill of goods, and they
yeah.
felt that if the movie was the way it was supposed to be, it probably would have been a big hit. And it wasn't successful. And the reason why it wasn't successful is that it wasn't the actors, but it was the editing and the directing process that
Oh
killed it.
yes, oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like any listeners when you listen, he Dave is really good with this because like he said on what he has done back and stuff and he still does it, but he also something else that you guys don't see what I see, but what you guys do in video. He not only does a great job of getting these cons, but he does such a great job interacting with the guests, interacting with the actors and with the people who volunteer. He's an awesome person.
I try.
So, hey, you know what, Dave? In my book, you've done such an awesome job, and I
Thank you.
appreciate you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. And
And I'll tell you again because I have plans on making sure I get one of those Godzilla bubbleheads for you as
okay.
a thank you gift.
Oh, thank you. Well, I can't take a lot of the credit because it's Marina's the
Tell your wife
show
thank
here.
you too because she does
Yeah.
such a great job too.
She basically runs the entire business. The only thing I do is get the celebrities, but she does everything else. So,
You're from the Elvis. I'm going to use the line from the Elvis movie. You're the showman.
I guess so. Yeah.
You're the
And that's a good
showman.
movie too. That's a good movie as well.
Yes,
So,
I actually have it on 4K and I
oh,
watched it.
nice. Nice.
So, but yeah, no, it's just one of those really good things.
Right.
So
Well,
before
I grew up, my dad was in the industry for a while in entertainment, and I grew up with entertainment and watching movies my entire life. So, um, he wanted me to be some big actor, and I wanted to be a writer, so I went that direction. But there was a time, I've done work on stage, I've done all kinds of different things, and for me, acting was not a challenge. It was too easy. So I went into writing, and I do acting from time to time. I do some stage work. Last time I did some stage work was a little less than a year ago. I was in Macbeth, which is an opera,
oh
and
nice.
I did a little bit of singing, not a whole lot, but you know,
At least me, I can sing a little, but I'm because I'm partially deaf in both ears.
oh,
I have to go ahead and listen to how I do. But to me, I sound like nails on a chalkboard. But to everybody else, I sound great. I'm like, thanks. But before we wrap this up, one more questions.
sure.
And so, in the near future, what do you see? Do you see adding a little extra more Comic Cons in like say California and Vegas and uh Nevada?
Well, that's a bit of a loaded question. In Oregon, we pretty much have all of Southern Oregon and Central Oregon, and we'll let the others have Portland.
Okay.
We'll give them that. Um, so we pretty much have 85% of Oregon, is when it comes to shows. But in California, not at this time right now. The way the
Okay.
economy is in California
Oh yeah.
and the way the situation is in California, it's not a good time to do much of anything out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And in Reno, in Nevada, you only have Reno and then you have Las Vegas.
Yes, true.
So the next move would be to go to Las Vegas, but we do not go to areas where there's already a convention
Okay.
because we don't like to open and go into someone else's refrigerator without asking.
Yes.
And if
Yes.
there's already a successful show there, um, we don't need to go there. So
Okay.
we respect other conventions, and it's an area should only have maybe one or two shows a year, and that's it. Because
Okay.
you have too many, it becomes like California. It's just
Y-
really bad.
Yes. One last question,
Mhm.
and this is something. Uh, when we have the next one, would you be willing to get a picture with me?
Of course, I think we do have photos together.
I think we do, but I would love to get one of you and your wife
Yeah,
and
well,
stuff,
uh,
just together.
it might be hard for Marina because she is, she never sees the show floor. She's busy, working up
I mean,
front. Right. Yeah,
before we started,
sure,
get a quick
sure.
picture. Because I'm
Yeah,
gonna do is I just want to post it on Facebook,
okay.
and it's and so all right, Dave. Thank you so very much for your time,
No, I'm happy to
and
be the first guest. It's very exciting, and I hope you do many, many shows, and I hope to be here for your 100th show and
thank you.
anniversary shows, and
Mm.
just
I will
keep up.
probably do when I get up to 100th. You'll be my uh guest again.
Yeah, that would be fun. Just kind of have
So,
a retrospective of the
yes,
first 100 episodes.
yes. So thank you, Dave. You have a great day, and I will talk with you guys as we get closer to the con.
Yeah, Metal Art Comic Con. Go online, buy tickets now. They're available. And in Medford and Beaver State, if you have forever passes, a lot of people do, you can go to all those shows for free all in 1 year. And you don't have to pay anything because you already have the forever pass.
Sweet.
So
All
uh, 3 shows a year. Good
right.
stuff.
There you go. All right.